Alright, hello everyone again, and welcome to another power-packed installment of the Tecmo Super Bowl season, the 5th week. Right now we've got a premier matchup between the Red Skeleton-controlled Dallas Cowboys against the Green Bay Packers. And it'll be an exciting, a Pier 6 brawl, a barn burner, Katie bar the door, as Lynn Elliott prepares to kick off. Being one of the stronger teams in the game, however, has not affected the kicking ability of Lynn Elliott, as I don't know if you guys saw before, but Red Skeleton has been able to miss quite a few PATs. That's not uncommon, but it's also not common. And you might say that you don't disagree with what I just said in the same fashion. Oh, Norton. Oh, and he's fooled by the draw play. One of the 5 people in the world who have been fooled by it. I'm just kidding. Now, the first time you see a draw play. Now, if you get fooled again, then I'm going to laugh at you. The first time, yeah. Norton, he is hell-bent on getting a piece of Favre. But Favre able to get it out to Thompson's water seal, which is great for your patio needs, I guess. Yeah, they've got Brett Favre and they've got Sterling Sharpe in this game, but they don't have a whole... Remember, you gotta push the A button so you don't die. Wide receiver reverse getting net some 2 yards. That seems like much ado about nothing. I hate that play. Like the reverses and the flea flickers, generally you just end up looking like an idiot. It's only really good if you're trying to humiliate the person you're playing against. No, okay, it worked again. Luckily, Thompson seems to be disembraned and just repeatedly ran into the left guard there in a vain attempt to break on through to the other side. Oh, there's the pass. Oh, and Favre uncharacteristically off his game, playing much like he played in, I don't know, when was he too damn old? 2008 or something like that? Oh, going in for the block, and that was very nice pressure put upon the punt kicker, Wagner, as I will pronounce his name. And he's going to run it out instead of doing a touchback, which did the reverse of pay off. And the Cowboys are going to start it off in safety territory. Remember, you can totally get tackled in the end zone, and you can run out of the end zone, and it's a bad time for everybody. Oh, Michael Irvin, he's coked up, and he was able to catch it. He's the 40, and I don't know what that spastic motion was supposed to be. Might have been zigzagging, but your zigs must be longer as well as your zags. But a fantastic pass reception by Michael Irvin from Troy Aikman, who at this point had probably only had 5 concussions, which would, you know, not be that much yet. But the best was yet to come for old Troy. Has anybody ever played Troy Aikman's football for the Super Nintendo or Genesis? I heard the game sucked, but I never played it. There you go, right over the middle, the Jay Novacek, who is a Pro Bowl star, and you gotta remember to hit that damn button to shake the dude off. I mean, you don't have to, but it's highly suggested. Kind of like when you have to go places. But they won't tell you have to go, but they say it's highly recommended that you come to this particular soiree. You didn't believe me, Skeletor? Didn't believe me? Man, I never knew that this announcer was so untrustworthy. Smythe comes around the corner, and he's going to run right into the dude, but then he gets into the touchdown area, which is also referred to as the end zone. And the Cowboys draw first blood, just like that movie, Spaceballs. Try to make the kick, please. Oh my God. The heat is always on. It's like Eddie Murphy is here all the time. Alright, don't kick an accidental onside kick. I shouldn't have to say that, but yeah, we have a video proof of that in your loss, but a very hard. I mean, it was a good game. is what I want to try to say. It was you lost, but you didn't. I think the real winner, of course, were the fans. Norton, who is fast as all get out, but you know it doesn't count if you're fast when you tackle the wrong guy. So that's 3. I'm gonna keep counting them here. There is I'm gonna tell you this. I'll give you this clue. There is an indicator that will let you know 100% of the time that they are gonna do the draw play. And Sterling Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe is his brother who plays for the Broncos. No, I'm not joking. They're totally like brothers and everything. Right down to having the same mother. I know. Mark Clayton, formerly of the Miami Dolphins, who was one of the 2 Marx brothers, as they were called. Mark Duper and Mark Clayton. I know. Nobody cares, but I'm still going to bring that up. I used to be a Dolphins fan. Well, I am a Dolphins fan. It's just not very easy these days. Shannon Sharpe, or Sterling Sharpe, left all alone, and he's going to go into the 6-point scoring area. I bet you were calling the run, huh? Well, if there's one thing you need to know about the, the Packers, they don't have a run game. Well, they do, but I mean, technically they do, okay? In that they have running backs, and that they do give them the ball, and that they do make forward motions to try to gain yards without passing. ALVIN HARPER and the Chipmunks. Whoa, that was a pretty good run, out to the 25. That was not a good deal. ALVIN HARPER, ruptured spleen. I just made that up. Not only is he the kick returner, but he's also a wideout, and you're going to need to replace him with a non-maimed member. How do you think? Oh my god, you guys are killing me. Here, select him, and then pick the guy who's going to take his place. You know, better it's a wide receiver, but, you know, if you wanted to put a running back in there, I guess I couldn't stop you from doing it. You might also want to replace him as a kick returner. Well, not you want to, you have to. All right, there we go. Now we're cooking with gas. All right, after that moral defeat there, will they be able to rally and score before the end of the half? Not throwing to that guy, they won't, as he was totally covered. You messed the 2 button. You did have your fullback was open. They were covering just about everybody, but you have one guy open. Aikman up play action pass, and passes to the covered guy. Michael Irvin being one of those guys who catches anything. Well, he catches anything, although he should have zagged at some point. Did you mess up the buttons again? No. So you intentionally threw it to the guy who was totally covered? Okay. Just checking. Just wanted to make sure. Troy Aikman with the pitch out to... well, they called your play. There wasn't much you could do there. They are in field goal range, technically. Out of the gun. Aikman showing, I'm not fooling around. I'm Troy Aikman, and I approve this message and throw the ball way too damn early. Williams bobbles it. 3rd and 11, 3rd and long, minute, 20 seconds left in the half. Aikman out of the guns again. And he's got to look for somebody to throw to, and he's got Smythe. Smythe catches it, and he is tackled immediately. Only 1 minute remaining. He wants to get into the I don't know, place to score. He's gonna have to hurry it up. He's gonna have to not fumble, and he's gonna have to not have the other guys recover it, which were all things that happened. But with only 21 seconds left, it looks safe to assume that he will be able to get out of this half of football not scathed anymore. Unfurther scathed? I don't know if that's what you would say. But it looks like he'll be able to escape with the score at 7-7. Unless Favre really puts out a humdinger. Somebody doesn't like pushing the A button. You could dive tackle him too, you know. Because you would have had his ass. But he had that fullback come in and save him. Let's see which halftime show. So we got the cheerleaders lined up there. They're not doing anything. They're just lined up. And we've got the clown. And will he slip and fall? Yes, he shall. Could be serious. I mean, he fell right on his tailbone. Statistically, not too bad of a game there, other than the run. But passing-wise, certainly shows a little bit more talent than some of our other players. But the score is a 7-7, and that's the only statistic that really matters, folks. Unless you're doing some kind of weird internet challenge, which I'm afraid to look up if people have been doing it. You gotta be jamming on that A earlier. You gotta. All right, 1st and 10. Ball on the 29. Aikman with a group of diverse weapons, such as Michael Irvin, who gets 3 more yards there with the frantic red button push. I shouldn't call it the A button. It's reversed, okay, from a Super Nintendo controller. So, so when I give these guys the benefit of my experience, I generally give them bad advice. And it's not intentional, although it would be kind of funny if it was. 9-yard gain on the sweep for Emmitt Smith. That was a good run. It looked like he was going to go down right away. But Emmitt was able to pull it off. That's probably why he was and he might still be, the all-time leader in yards, rushed. Not the greatest pass in the world from Troy the Boy Aikman, who has never been called that before. At least not publicly. Jay Novacek will not catch that. And we're at a 4th and 1 type situation. Field goal or go for it or punt because whatever. That would be pretty funny if he punted. But, all right, 4th and 1. What's he going to do? Gives it to Emmitt. Is Emmitt going to get the 1 yard necessary for the first down? Yes, he shall. Plus.
First down.
Plus 10 yards. Nicely done. And he is closer. Did he go for that out of bravado, or was he perhaps saying that it is unlikely that I shall make the field goal? Can you give us insight into that, Red Skeleton? Were you saying I will probably not make a field goal, or was it like I'll make a yard?
The history of field goals were not in my favor.
That's straight from the horse's mouth right there, folks. 3rd down and 1. Although maybe field goal at this point would be possible. Oh, out of the gun. He's going to switch it on him. Throws to the covered man who promptly gets it intercepted. Interesting play there. Had 3 guys wide open. But like I said, yeah, you might want to concentrate more on the pass because the run game is not the strongest. I would imagine that our good friend here is saying, maybe I should kick that field goal. 2nd and 19. Oh, man in motion. Just like that 80s song. Oh! Well, Ken Norton got in there behind the line. He was in on it. He was like a secret agent who had been infiltrated in. And he took down John Steffens. And I believe it is pronounced John Stevens, but since it's spelled the way it is, I enjoy saying John Steffens. And I won't let anyone take that away from me. I've already given so much. Oh, nobody's going to try and block that one, all right. And here goes that and gets the punt. That happens so much where people are like, they play good defense. They're like, oh, punt, fuck it. 5-yard return for Williams. We are now on the 28-yard line. Will the Cowboys be able to get something else going? And by something else, I don't mean fumble or throw an interception. He's got Irvin. He steps up, throws to Irvin. Oh, just a hair overthrown by Troy Aikman, who usually is wildly accurate in his passing. Up the gut, or no, it's actually a play-action pass. Oh, and that is going to Smart. fumble on the 10. And it was they were looking pretty good there. They had some receivers open. He might have cycled once more than he wanted to. But he was looking good. So the question is, will he be able to make him set up a field goal, or will he be lucky enough to make him fumble also? Charles Haley, formerly of the San Francisco 49ers, I might add, for no reason at all. Other than I wanted to brag about how I knew that. Favre, out of the gun. Looks. Man, he looks too long. And Tony Tolbert. Moitas him. Third down 25, and we are actually getting to the point where field goals become more difficult. You couldn't have made this drive any crappier if you had tried. Oof, and another sack. 3 sacks in a row for Favre. Jeez. If he had played like this in real life, he wouldn't have lasted, 30 million years. And they're going for the field goal, and this is actually going to be a challenging field goal for Chris Jackie. Jackie lines it up. It looks like it's going to be good, though. But it is, in fact, the opposite of good. And that is no good. Unsuccessful try. So, somehow, the Cowboys come out of this one unscathed as well. Michael Irvin, he's got him deep. Oof! And it goes to show you, kids, nose candy has its uses.
Touchdown.
As he goes for a spectacular touchdown. I mean, you didn't hear it from me, and don't tell your mothers I told you to snort coke, but Michael Irvin is great, and he snorts coke. I'm not going to say there's any kind of connection, but I think it's too much to be a coincidence. I wonder if Michael Irvin still snorts a lot of coke. I would be interested to know. If anybody's got the inside information, if Michael Irvin is in fact watching this, then please let me know. Are you snorting a lot of coke these days? Or just a little bit? Larry Brown, who has a name so generic I highly doubt he was actually a football player. 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Packers at the 5. Favre's going to have to pull something out, and I mean not get sacked again and again. Whoa, John Stephans, who has suddenly become French, gets the first down, gets him out of the safety zone, gets him out of the safety dance. And we have 3 minutes left. Pressure's on. The heat is on. The heat is on the street. And Sterling Sharpe makes a mockery out of the Cowboys defense with a 26-yard gain on the wide receiver reverse, which is perhaps the stupidest play in this game. Nah, no, it's not. There's stupider ones. Oh. Favre. That play-action pass. Too much play, not enough action. So a 10-yard loss there. Minute 56 remaining in regulation. And I'm seriously hoping this doesn't go into frickin' extra innings. Because that would be kind of lame. And, well, you know, I'll tell you what. You did something different that time. It didn't work, but it was different. Third down 13. You know they're going for it, so. Favre out of the gun again. I was going to say only a complete asshole would have done the draw play here. Jeez Louise, how many times has Favre been sacked and not injured? Fourth down 23. If you get the ball back and you score, you can make it look like the game wasn't that close. But I'll know, of course, I'll know your secret. John Stephans, fumble Ruski. Recovered by the boys. And 1 minute left to, pretty much just run up the score and be a jerk about it. And you bet the Cowboys, America's team, as they pretty arrogantly called themselves, will take that chance. Somebody didn't want to zigzag. 35-yard gainer by your boy, Emmitt Smith. 3 yards out of the end zone. Oof. and they had his number, and his home address, and his mailing address. That's the same. I'm gonna call play there. You may want to. Aikman, the Hoondoff. To EMMITT and it's short. Man, 14-7 is the score at the end of regulation. And after this, we're gonna go ahead and take a look around the standings of the league. One interception, but it didn't make a big difference, and 2 fumbles, but he was able to overcome those. Michael Irvin with 200 friggin' yards receiving. And hopefully Kelvin Williams' horrific injury will not dampen the spirits. So let's take a look. The effects in the NFC East. Dallas at 2-2 right now, tied with Washington, who's tied with the Giants, who's also tied with Pahonix, who is a terrible team and shouldn't be tied with anybody for anything. Behind, Philly, who's 3-1. NFC East, we've got the Bears leading in a kind of a even type division. San Francisco 4-0, leading everyone pretty much, which is generally how it goes. The Chargers, also an undefeated team, ruling their division. Houston in a 3-way tie with Cincinnati, who is not going to go to the playoffs, and Pittsburgh, who could go to the playoffs, and Cleveland, who is definitely not going to the playoffs, unless Houston does really, really badly. And finally, in the AFC East, Buffalo, operated by Vince Russo, 4-0. One of the 3 undefeated, the triad of undefeated teams. Well, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later, folks. Bye-bye.